Hello and welcome back to my RC channel. I'm Andy RC and today I'm going to be doing a news/update video because it's raining outside. It's always raining. In fact, you might notice that there hasn't been as much content as usual on my channel, and it's mostly because of the rain. It's July, which technically is summer, and yeah, it just rains every single day. Another reason that there's been less content is I tend to find that in the summer there's actually not so many new products coming out. I'm not quite sure why that is. Maybe because the manufacturers expect us to be out there flying all the products that they've been releasing throughout the spring and winter. But anyways, I got some stuff to show you today, but it's raining, so it's going to be a non-flying video. So I got two magazines out here today. Drone Zone, which is a magazine that I subscribe to, that's tinned up. But I've also got BMFA News out here as well. Now, I try and keep politics out of my videos completely because they just suck all of the fun out of this great hobby that we've got. But sadly, politics is there, always has been, and it's always something that I've hated in this hobby. It's destroyed flying clubs in the past that I've been in, and I just absolutely hate it. So I want to do a little piece on the UK drone laws that have been proposed, and I don't think much about it, honestly. My opinion is that it is scaremongering, and I think that through the media and the government, that's all that they can throw at it at the moment. If they put on the news that, you know, oh, you need to take a test, you need to pay a fee, people who've been thinking about, oh, maybe I'll go into Biplane or somewhere like that and buy one of those drones. I think they're trying to put those people off, honestly, because let's face it, whether you register your drone or take a test, it's not as easy to catch someone breaking those laws as it is if you have got a car, for example. You know, we have police that drive around and can, you know, pull you over. If you sit in your back garden with a Phantom 4 and fly it up, I don't know, 500 meters or whatever, how are the police going to know really where that person is, you know? So I think no matter what you throw at it when it comes to registering a drone, I think that's, well, it's pointless, isn't it, you know? And then the test, you know, the people who want to do it legitimately will take the test, and the people who have no common sense and just want to walk into Biplane, buy a Phantom and then fly it as high and as far away as possible, they can still do that and get away with it. So it seems like if it does come into place that, you know, we're just set to lose, really, and everyone else wins. The people who have no common sense and want to fly dangerously can still do that. The government, they've scared the public into thinking that they're a bad thing and that, you know, everyone's out to fly Phantoms in front of people's windows and, you know, destroy their privacy, which, you know, the laws were there in the first place for privacy. You know, you don't need a drone, you just need a camera with a telephoto lens, whatever you want to call them. Anyway, that's it. You could talk about it all day. So I'm going to try and not think about it too much. If there's any petitions out there to stop it, then yeah, I'll probably sign that. You know, the way that clubs deal with it is they join the BMFA, and usually they affiliate themselves with the BMFA, which then means that you have to already take the theory and the practical A and B test for the BMFA, which I did in my club anyway. So there is a bit of a conflict there, I think, with the BMFA and these laws, because the BMFA already have that in place. And what's good about the BMFA is it's insurance mainly as well, and I think that's something that's interesting. They're saying, yeah, you can take a test, you can pay a fee, but actually you don't need to be insured. Well, it's good to be insured, isn't it? That's one of the reasons I joined the BMFA. Anyway, that's my opinion on it. I don't want to talk about it too much because it's absolute nightmare and it just destroys all of the fun out of the hobby for me. But until something's more official, then I'm not going to take much notice of it because, you know, it was on the BBC. I'm out there flying and people are asking me, just people who don't know anything about quadcopters, oh, is this affecting you, sort of thing. I'm like, we don't know, you know, until there's something official, we don't know. But I think it's sad that, you know, the public are now asking questions when there was enough questions that they were asking before, and I think that's a real shame. Another thing that I hate as well is that they call it drone laws. I've never called these drones. To me, a drone is like a military aircraft that flies autonomously and performs a mission. You know, even with my Phantom and the Mavic, I'm flying it still, you know, so to me there's nothing drone about it. For me, I've just had to accept the word drone because it's what everyone uses, but honestly I don't like that word. Anyways, yes, let's move on, because there's some stuff I want to talk about. I've been reviewing this guy. This is the Eachine Revenger. It's a really tiny aircraft, brushless, and it's like kind of like an indoor-outdoor model, so I'm going to be doing a review of this one very soon, actually. And if these laws come into place, then yeah, we've already got a load of aircraft that are way under 250 grams, but what I find annoying about that is I don't class our race quadcopters as drones, you know. They're RC cars in the sky for me. There's nothing autonomous about them. We're in full control of them. And personally, I think like if they were to bring in like a weight limit, I would maybe just lift it above these things, because this section of the hobby is actually really niche. There's not enough people doing this. When I went to Western Park, there was, you know, 50,000 people on the line of sight flight line, and there was 30 people at most on the race quad flight line. So I really don't want anything to come along and destroy what we already have with this stuff, because to me this needs to be more popular. So maybe have the limit to 650 grams and above, and then that'll catch a Phantom flyers that is really causing the issue here. It's not even an issue, it's a it's a Phantom issue, because it's not even an issue yet, but I guess they're just trying to capture it before it becomes an issue. Anyways, yes. One thing I want to update you with this is my smoke system machine. I made a video, a failed video of it just going off, and I've sorted out the problem. So a couple of people kindly mentioned in the comments of this video that maybe it's the PWM signal when you plug the battery in. So what I did was I reduced the failsafe in BetaFlight and tested it again, and the fuse still exploded. So it's a voltage spike coming through from the power distribution board. So I have installed a little switch in there that means I can plug my battery and then flick a switch, and then it doesn't go off, the fuse for the smoke system. So hope at some point to revisit that. So also coming up on the channel, this is a subscriber request. These are the Eachine Vr006 budget goggles. We can take a look at them here. Yep, so when I reviewed the VRD2s and the other goggles, what were they called? The EV800D, I think. A lot of people requested me to look at these. Wow, these are much smaller form factor, tiny, look at that. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a review of these very shortly. And this next one, I am really looking forward to checking this one out, because you might have noticed that recently on the channel I've been into the lightweight end. Maybe that's something we should all be getting into. The lightweight end of the 5-inch quadcopter, so the Hyperlight Floss, and then this guy that I built, and I got more information on this as well. But there is a fairly lightweight 5-inch quadcopter being released. It's called the BFight 210. It's from GearBest, and it's a lightweight, ready to fly, or bind and fly, plug and fly, whatever, 5-inch, and it looks pretty special, I think. So it weighs 250 grams like this, and they've even gone as far as, you know, having a sleeve dipole for the antenna to save weight. Yeah, it's got, let's see, 2205 2300 kV motors, and it looks like we've got all-in-one stack here, built-in VTX camera with a 2.1mm lens on it, and then it looks like we have got some GenFan props as well, durables with it. So yeah, this one's going to be coming up on the channel. I can't wait to check this one out. Hope it stops raining soon. And yeah, just a quick update on this model. I called it the lightweight-ish build. It's got the Kakute F4 and the 2306 motors. I've replaced all of the ESCs now and flies like a dream. So yeah, can't recommend 32-bit ESCs at the moment. Either mine were a bad batch or the technology isn't quite there yet. I imagine there'll be a point where BL Heli S will die and we're all flying 32-bit ESCs, but not yet. Actually, these are the ESCs from the Shuriken X1. I saved them. They work fantastic on this model, I guess, because we have that isolated IMU there. Now, another thing I want to check out is this guy. It's a little bit childish, really, but it's a Lego quadcopter. Now, I used to love Lego when I was younger. I used to build Lego planes, Lego helicopters, and I don't think I could ever dream of the day where I could build a Lego helicopter. Look at that. And then actually fly at the end of it. I think that's amazing. I know a lot of people will think, oh, that's junk. But I think that's great. I'm just a big child, really, aren't I? But yeah, looking forward to checking that one out. And then I've got another model here as well. This is furibee. Now, I actually really like the furibee brand. The furibee Futon is still one of my favourite aircraft to date. And this is a new aircraft from furibee. I think it's a 180 model. Let me see, it's just called Race Drone on there. Let me see if I can get the name of it. It's called the P180 Racing Drone. And yeah, it looks pretty cool, this does. So it looks like, yeah, we have got power distribution board and flight controller. I'm not sure on the specs, but I really like the 180 size model. Got a little 3D printed camera mount there. Looks like it needs a little bit of attention. And we've just got a button coming out the back there as well. Yeah, I don't know much about it, but it looks pretty cool. I like 180 size. So yeah, looking forward to checking that out. We've got some props here as well. I also at some point want to try out some 3D as well. So bi-directional on the ESCs, set it up for 3D and do some upside down flying. I think that'd be pretty cool. I got some 3D props on the way. And lastly, it isn't here yet, but I have bought a 3D biplane. I'll stick a picture of it here, and I'm going to be doing some stuff with that because, yeah, I have really neglected the fixed wing part of this channel, and I found a nice small 3D biplane that I'm going to set up for line of sight, but also FPV hopefully as well. So that's something else that I'm going to be working on. But there you go. That is my news/update video for today. And as always, thanks so much for watching. Please continue to subscribe. Cheers.